All right. Shalom, family. It's your brother Kanaiba coming at you once again with this video, which is inspired by an article that I came across on End Time Headlines. And of course, as you see, the title of the article reads, Canada's, I'm going to say Prime Minister because I can't pronounce his last name. But Canada's Prime Minister has just announced a plan for a national freeze on all handguns. Okay. Now, the scriptures tell us not to be ignorant of Satan's devices. Okay. And the men of the Lord have been warning you about this. Okay. We said that all these mass shootings, okay, that there's an agenda behind it. Okay. Esau is going to use this as an opportunity, okay, to try and take the guns away from the population, from the citizens. Okay, this is his perfect plan, so to speak. Okay, we already told you that, and it's mainly because of what happened in Texas. Okay, at that elementary school is what's sparking this, so they say. Okay. But even before that, you had all those mass shootings, and a lot of them happened on the weekend of that blood moon, in which, again, the men of the Lord warned you that that blood moon was a sign as to death that was coming upon the earth, okay? And we saw a lot of mass shootings that weekend, okay? And then, not too long after that, of course, you had this shooting in that elementary school in Texas, okay? 21 people total died, okay? So now they're going to use these situations to try and take away the guns from the people. Why? Because soon they want to implement martial law, okay? And that's prophecy. They want to implement martial law, and they want as little resistance as possible, okay? But this martial law is really mainly towards the Israelites, okay, the believers, as we're going to get into after we watch this interview of the Prime Minister of Canada, okay? So, without further ado, let's get into this interview, okay?
2 years ago, our government banned 1,500 models of assault-style weapons, including the Ruger Mini-14 used at Polytechnique and the AR-15. We also expanded background checks to keep firearms out of the wrong hands. We did it because it was what responsible leadership required us to do. Last summer, during the campaign, some politicians said they would make assault-style weapons legal again. Not only did we stand up to them, but we promised to go even further to protect our communities. And so today, we're moving forward. We're introducing legislation to implement a national freeze on handgun ownership. What this means is that it will no longer be possible to buy, sell, transfer, or import handguns anywhere in Canada.
And for the record, if you think that this is not coming to America, then you are a complete fool, okay? Because this is going to come to America as well. We already see it on some level, okay? You see all the things that's happening. You see different stars that are starting to speak on these so-called gun laws, okay? Perfect example, the head coach of the Golden State Warriors, okay, Steve Kerr. You saw that fake rant that he went on about the gun situation, about what happened in Texas, okay? They're going to use these stars as well, okay, to try and influence people to give up their guns willingly. Okay, but they want as little resistance as possible. This whole situation with all these mass shootings is just an agenda. Okay, but let's get back to the interview.
As a further part of this new legislation, we're also fighting gun smuggling and trafficking by increasing maximum criminal penalties and providing more tools for law enforcement to investigate firearm crimes. And we'll require the permanent alteration of long gun magazines so they can never hold more than 5 rounds. These are actions that doctors, experts, and chiefs of police have been calling for years, and we're acting on their advice. I also want to thank the advocates, many of whom are here today, for your tireless efforts.
All right, so there you have it. Okay, you heard the interview yourself, okay? So they're trying to put a freeze on handguns, okay? Making it impossible, like he said, to buy, sell, or quote-unquote import handguns in Canada, okay? And of course, again, it's going to trickle down to America, in which they're trying to do it here in America as well, okay? But they use this whole situation with these mass shootings to implement an agenda of theirs, okay? Because they want to implement martial law with as little resistance as possible. Okay, so let's get into the scriptures. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, and it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. But woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." Now watch closely. "For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And now we're seeing the devil, Esau, preparing to release this great wrath, starting how? By trying to get the guns away from everybody. Okay? He's going to unleash that great wrath, but he doesn't want the pushback. He doesn't want the resistance. That's why they cooked up all these quote-unquote mass shootings. They're going to use these situations, okay, to try and get the guns away from the citizens. Okay, he's about to unleash that great wrath because he know his time is short. He sees his kingdom coming down. Okay, if you are a spiritual man, you can see it too. I mean, it's really clear that America is circling the drain. Okay, so now he's preparing to release that great wrath, and now he wants to get the guns away from everybody. Okay, so now let's move forward. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, starting at verse 70, and it reads, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities," watch this, "a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord." Okay, now that word insurrection, it means an uprising, okay, or to rise up. All right, so again, this is going into that martial law. Okay, there's going to be an uprising or a rising up against those that fear the Lord. Okay, chiefly the men of the Lord. Okay, it's going to be the elect, but chiefly the men of the Lord. They are going to come for us. Okay, there's going to be that great insurrection. This is going into Jacob's trouble. That's what this chapter is about. Okay, verse 71, and it reads, "They shall be like madmen." Well, now watch this. "Sparing none." Okay, that goes right back to what we read in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. That's going into what? That great wrath. Okay, that's what this is. It says sparing none. That's that great wrath that the devil is going to come down upon us with. Okay, it says, "but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord." Now you see where the focus is. The focus is on those that fear the Lord, the elect. Okay, that's why this time is known as the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, that's what this is going into. 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Okay, we're reading about that great wrath that the devil Esau is going to come down with. Okay, because like we said, he sees his kingdom coming to an end. And as we know, when his kingdom comes to an end, ours starts. Okay, under Yahweh Shai and us being joint heirs, and Israel will rule forever and ever. There will never be another Gentile nation ruling. Okay, but this is what they want to do to those that fear the Lord. And again, they want as little resistance as possible. Okay, that's why the focus right now is the guns. Okay, but little does Esau know that those that fear the Lord, the elect, we don't put our trust in guns. Okay, we put our trust and our faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. He will deliver us out of any situation. Okay, our strength is not in your guns, Esau. Okay, so now moving forward, this is verse 72, and it reads, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." Okay, this is what's coming upon those that fear the Lord. Okay, this is the time of Jacob's trouble, and they're going to implement martial law. Okay, and they're going to go about raiding the homes of the people, chiefly the elect. All right, this is why you're going to have to be a pilgrim upon the earth. All right, this is verse 73, and it reads, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen." Okay, because the focus is us. This is Jacob's trouble. Okay, that's really who this wrath is for. Okay, regardless to whomever else it affects, it's really us that's the target. Okay, Israel. And it says, "And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." Okay, let's get a precept for that. Let's go to the book of Zechariah. Okay, so this is Zechariah chapter 13, starting at verse 8. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein, which is the 2/3, shall be cut off and die. And the third, which is the 1/3, the elect, shall be left therein." Okay, this is verse 9. And it reads, "And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. And I will refine them as silver is refined." Now watch closely. "And will try them as gold is tried." Did we not just read that in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter? Okay, that's what this is talking about. Okay, when you're gonna know whom are his chosen. Okay, because we're gonna be tried as gold is tried, as it said in that verse in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. Okay, but now let's look at this. Let's end the verse. Watch this. It says, "They shall call on my name." Allow me to repeat that. They shall call on my name. So much for the name don't matter. Okay, because in that day, when you're in the midst of your tribulation, in the midst of Jacob's trouble, you're gonna have to call on the name of the Lord. Okay, and what's gonna happen? It says, "And I will hear them." Okay, so the names matter. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, you're gonna have to call on those names. Okay, because you want to be delivered during that time. Okay, no matter what you're going through. All right. And it ends by saying what? And I will say, "It is my people," and they shall say, "Yahweh is my power." Okay, so now let's pick back up where we left off at in 2nd Esdras, and this is chapter 16 and verse 74. And it reads, "Hear, O ye my beloved," of course, which are the children of Israel, the elect, right? "Saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Okay? So the days of trouble that are at hand is talking about what? Jacob's trouble. Okay, that's what this is talking about. I told you, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, this is going into Jacob's trouble. Okay, but it says, but I will deliver you from the same. Now let's prove without a shadow of a doubt this is talking about Jacob's trouble, because it's really saying the exact same thing in Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7, which says what? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Now watch closely. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, so when you look at both highlighted points in both verses, it's saying the exact same thing. Okay, it's just that in Jeremiah it's more specific and it says Jacob's trouble. Okay, but the message is the exact same thing. Okay, it's gonna be the time of Jacob's trouble, but he is going to save the elect out of it. Okay, but anyway, I believe this is actually a good place to end the video. And of course, and again, the video was inspired by this article that I came across from End Time Headlines. Okay, about how the Prime Minister of Canada is trying to get a freeze on all the handguns, okay, so that they won't be able to buy, sell, or import or anything like that, these handguns, okay. And this whole thing sparked from the incident that happened in Texas, okay, at that elementary school. Okay, and not only that, but all the other mass shootings that's happened here in America. Okay, so this is a part of Esau's plan. Okay, to start trying to get the guns away from the people, because they don't want that resistance once they fully implement martial law, which is really right around the corner. Okay, we only have a few prophecies left before this thing is over. Okay, and Esau realizes this too, to an extent. Okay, that's why he's about to come down with that great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. Okay, so with that, and as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. I want to thank all you brothers and sisters for tuning in. I hope this video was informative and edifying. And until next time, Shalom, family.